it's really nice how they sent those speaker.
So a little butt bracket.
Yeah, that was nice.
All right, so today we're going to be doing an audio system install on the Corvette. Remember when I said that this car was going to be like an everything car? Well, I wanted to have a nice audio system. So I hit up Sonic Electronics because back when I was a kid and used to buy audio stuff, the only time I ever bought new, I'd buy from them because they had a really nice detailed website, lots of good products, and good customer support and such like that. So I kind of have always gone back to them. So for this project, I decided to team up with them again, and let me show you guys what we got. Also, before we get started, I finally have shirts and hats for sale. The website link below. So, we have a bunch of MVX stuff. We got an MVX 12 subwoofer. Where are you going, Casey? You're gonna be in most of this video. We're installing stuff in the Corvette. Casey's the one who has the C5, which is the reason I drove one. It's right over there, and decided to get this one. Anyway, 12-inch sub. We have component speakers. We have coaxial speakers. We have a wiring kit. 5-channel amp. This really nice Sony head unit that's doesn't have a CD player or anything, so I think it's going to be a lot thinner because it doesn't have that whole mechanical nonsense in it. I don't know, we'll find out. And what you absolutely need to install a double din in a Corvette. This is the Metra dash kit. So what it does is it moves the AC stuff would be here normally, and then this would be a lot larger, and then it's a 1.5 din. So it makes it a double din, moves the AC stuff down, creates your own little pocket, and this is one piece. So they have to make the whole damn thing. So also the nice thing about this is since I'm eventually going to put my handbrake somewhere right in here, instead of having to cut up one and not having another, I can practice on that one, get it all cut up, and make sure it's like a really nice fit before I cut this one up down the road when we put the handbrake in. What is step one, Casey? What do you think step one should be? Casey just did this in his car. I helped him and loaned him tools, so this is why he's helping me now.
I don't know. I guess we could start with the head unit.
Yeah.
It's a good place. Or we could do the speakers first. So either or. Whatever we start on, you're not going to have audio since you're running the 5-channel amp. So. Okay.
All right. Well, what do you think we should start on?
I mean, I could do the head unit while you start taking panels off maybe and do speakers.
Okay. Deal.
Or vice versa. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Sounds good. Alright, project update. I have the door panel off. Casey is about to pull the center console thing off. I'm going to go get that door panel off, and then we'll update you guys with what's going on. Actually, we'll watch Casey struggle with this for a minute.
It's not. I'm probably missing a bolt somewhere.
We're just going to watch Casey struggle for a minute first. Today on Taylor Drifts Videos, you have a young Casey. Noob to car ism. Not to be confused with nice tat. So Casey's pretty new to cars. Me and Fed have been teaching him a lot.
Oh my god.
What? Don't oh my god me. It's true. You're learning. You're like our apprentice. He's not afraid to ask questions, so he learns a lot of things. And that's how.
I'm not afraid to challenge everything you say.
That is true too. He thinks that heads and cams on an heads and cam on an LS1 would make 500 wheel. For $200.
Come on.
all right, Casey, get that off and we'll update the things. 7 hours later, Casey has finally got the thing out here. Hand it to me. I'll put it outside. I'm just kidding. It was like 10 minutes later. I still haven't got the other door panel off, so I can't hate too much. All right, Casey, what's next? It's looking like a race car.
We can head unit out, and then start putting front speakers in and start running these back. The wires back? That sounds like a good plan. I like that. Let's do it. Alright, I got this door panel off. This car is surprisingly easy. There's 2 bolts right here that like bolt like the structure of the door panel on. Then you have like a little plastic piece on here that just pops off. The window switch pops off, you unplug it, and then there's just a few clips around the bottom. Pop those off, boop, door panel comes off. Very easy. Casey's looks like he's got the head unit most of the way out. Cool. I'm gonna take the back speaker grill things off too. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Tight. So Casey's got one door speaker out, I've got one back speaker out. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the other ones out and then do the next steps, which I don't know what they are yet. We'll find out in a second. I never have a proper tool to open things. Alright, so since it's Florida and it's 1,000,000 degrees and humid outside still, we're gonna crimp all the wires for the radio in here. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, what?
So it's like a screen, but it's like single DIN size. Alright, so we are a little confused on the wiring harness. It's meant to retain the factory Bose stuff. Since we are running a multi-channel amp, which will have just RCAs coming out of the back here to the amp and then speaker wire going from the amp to the speakers, we're going to just test and make sure we can figure out how to get this thing to power on, because it's a little confusing. Ever since, like the first things I ever did to cars was put radios in them. You'd think I'd be okay at it, I'm not. But a good thing always before you ever like button anything up is to just test and make sure everything works before you like bolt it all in, because you don't want to bolt it all in and then realize that it doesn't work, you don't have a power wire right or something. So just a little tip. Alright, so now that we know the head unit works, we're gonna get on doing all the other stuff. So I was kind of freaking out and I'm like, oh, I don't have speaker wire, but I forgot this kit comes with really nice speaker wire. It comes with power and ground wires for the amp and RCAs, 6 channels, so 2 for sub, 2 for front, 2 for rear speakers. Ballin', and zip ties even, and remote wire I think. Hell yeah, that's sick. All right, now we're gonna work on getting these speakers. There's the other one. Came with these like plates to adapt them back to the factory spots. So we're gonna work on getting all that sorted. Look at this, when I said they have good customer service, this is a sticker holding the box shut and it says, if you have any questions or need help installing your products, we invite you to contact us, with their number. That's freaking awesome.
I really like all 6 RCAs are in one room.
Yeah, because I guess you're gonna run them from the same place. We're definitely at that point of no return spot. Door panels off. Center console thing all taken apart. Casey's gonna start running the RCAs. So here's what we're working with the speakers. Metro sells this kit and it is, I'll show you. It bolts right back into the factory location. Has a spot for your tweeter with the center hole already drilled in the main outside perimeter. And then the spot for the smaller speaker, the 6.5. So it's literally like direct bolt in. You don't have to like fab anything weird up for this spot here. Little progress update. Got the seat out. For those of you who didn't see the seat installed, just look at how cool those rails look. Sorry, I'm a nerd. Because we're gonna put the amp behind the driver's seat because it's not all the way back for where I sit. And if I like stuff anything behind the seat, it'll be the passenger seat. And if I move anyone back in the future, it'll also be the passenger seat, so more people can fit in here. So Casey is putting the speakers in these adapters. I'm gonna go ahead and drill the hole out for the tweeter. I just need to find a hole saw bit that matches the diameter of this tweeter. Don't know if that's gonna be big enough. Bada bing. And that is the end result. Now time to do this one and then get them fitted up. Alright, so we mounted the crossover here. Cover comes off, we can adjust it. So it's super clean, it doesn't push these wires out any more than they already are, so I think this will be a really good spot for it. Hidden behind the door panel. We're gonna run the wires down here through this hole and then that'll come out to behind the speakers, so it should be a really nice clean looking install. We cut a little slit in this grommet right here, ran the power wire through there and taped it up good because we don't want any water getting in because the ECU and everything's down below. We're making progress. Fed said we couldn't finish tonight, but I think we got this.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think we got this. Alright, so here's the sub. That's a really big magnet. I need to move this stuff so it's going to magnetize to it. So we have 2 boxes for now. We have this sealed, like angled box, like this is the shape of the box. And we have this, oh God, that was my old stuff. This slightly bigger ported box. I'm gonna see if the ported one fits. These are not definitive options. They're just for us to get the system up and running. We knew it would take like a solid day to get everything wired and up and running, and then to switch the sub into another box is gonna be cake compared to everything else we're doing. I like to tackle projects one little, like, in sections. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew. If I was trying to make a sub box tonight too, it would have been a pain. So I'll probably make a sub box to go. Let me show you. I'm gonna build a sub box that'll go in here. They make some pre-made ones, but I'm not too sold on them, so I'll probably make my own. But basically the sub will be flush mounted with the floor here, and then I'll probably get a speaker grill for it. I can still put my tools in these two compartments. There's another one there, and one wheel there, jack up front to stay away from the speaker, or I can probably put it back here too in this corner, so I still maintain all the functionality of my hatch, which is the goal. I know I've said it like 17 million times, but the goal for this car is like a good compromise of everything. So I want to have a nice sound system, but I don't want to impede being able to put tires and stuff in the car because I have to. So we're trying to keep it clean, trying to keep it balanced. Casey's doing a good job running speaker wires.
Oh yeah.
Squad.
Alright,
so I'm gonna mount this sub. I'm gonna check and see which one of those boxes fit. That's what we're gonna do next. Alright, so this is what the sealed one would look like. Fits kind of funny, but look at this. The ported box actually fits really well for just being a time being solution. So I think that's what we're gonna go with for now. Might as well run the big box since it's not gonna impede what I'm doing, because by the time I need to use this space, I'll have another box. So we've got this side installed with the crossover and everything. The wires run down into the door and then over here to the speaker. Super clean looking. I'm really happy with the way that came out and the fact that we were able to put the crossover right where it is now. Alright, so the fusible link that they include in the kit comes with 3 different fuses. Has this little sheet here. It tells you what overall wattage goes with which amp. So mine is 900 watts total, so we're going to use the 100 amp fuse. Put it in and self-taper it.
So we'll do
no electrical tape for front left.
Yeah. Front right will be 1 piece of electrical tape. Back right will be 2 pieces of electrical tape. Back left will be 3 pieces of electrical tape.
Okay, perfect. We don't have masking tape, so this is how we have to do it. I recorded it just so we would remember.
It's time.
I pass the torch on to you, my son.
Alright.
I really like the way that amp looks.
Yeah, it's really clean. It's small too.
Yeah, for a 900 watt 5-channel.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going on the unofficial test drive tonight. I'm going to finish all this up tomorrow. Same video, but for now, tonight, we're just going to check and make sure everything works. This is why I would never want to gut my car. Like, this is awful. It just makes this feel way less comfortable inside to have it gutted. We're in the middle of this parking lot, really far away from people, getting all the settings right. Oh my god. What have I been missing out on having a sick sound system in my life? All right, I'm gonna pick this back up tomorrow when I finish up the install, and we'll test more then. All right, day 2 of the Corvette sound system install. Everything is as we left it last night. No freaking body panels or anything, radio's hanging out. So the first order of business is going to be to get all the wires. There's only like one wire to hide. Get the amp mounted, shorten all the wires up, reattach them, make sure all that's good before we take the head unit out. I want to get all the body panels back on that don't impede putting the head unit in, and then we're going to do the metric kit absolute last. This is going to be a little bit of a pain to get everything right and clean, so we're going to save that for last, make sure everything still works. Alright, gonna go ahead and put the door panels and other plastics back in now. Ooh, it's starting to look like a car again. Yay! Got the driver's seat in, door panels on. Everything except for the metric kit and the center console, which is what's next, and then we will be done. According to the instructions, we need to cut out the support for the radio and the climate control. Gives you like templates to draw out new holes for the climate control and for the radio. I think since mine is like a, you know, has a doubled in face, but then it's much smaller, we at least won't have to cut out this middle one, maybe just this bottom one. We'll see how it goes. Just to give me some extra clearance. There we go, that's all the clearance I needed. I'm just going to drill these holes a little bit bigger so that these dowels slide in. Searching for black bolts on black carpet is definitely not the easiest thing to do. Alright, up and over here. There we go. Now I've got the gain knob and my USB for my phone. This will go straight into the radio, and then this will go to a knob that goes to the amp so I can adjust the bass. So it looks like the left side of the radio needs to come down a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Alright, we're just gonna finish this up. Alright, it's all done. Looks so professional. Got my aux cable. It has CarPlay, so if I plug my phone in, I can like look at my messages and all that stuff, which is sick. All right, everything is up and running good. I'm gonna wait to close this video out until I drive the car around for a day so I can give you guys like my final thoughts on it, if that makes any sense. So I'll see you guys like tomorrow or the next day. All right, guys, so I really wanted to give myself some time with this to give you kind of a conclusive review of the audio system, whether I thought it was worth it or not. Totally think it was worth it going from the stock system, which really isn't even bad in this car. This is just like a night and day difference. So let me just like walk you guys through it real quick and show you like my thoughts of like my favorite parts, and so you get the idea. I'll show you. All right, so the head unit, absolutely love the head unit. Aside from the fact that on a C5 you have like that single DIN part, which makes it super easy to mount with this metric kit. Like even that aside, phenomenal head unit. So you've got your standard Bluetooth audio, which you can play music with and whatever. You've got your menu, very easy to navigate. I really like it. But then this is the key option here. So you plug your phone in, right? So now we've got CarPlay. So I can go on maps, I can type the address into my phone. Let's say I wanted to go here, I could just type it into my phone, and then this will navigate me turn by turn just like you were looking at your phone screen. You can go into messages, you can reply by voice, you can go into Spotify, go through your music, select whatever song you want. Super trick feature, like, because I hate trying to play with my phone and change songs and stuff while I'm driving. I'm not a good multitasker, so this is really nice to have. The amp I'm super happy with, very clean look, kind of sticks with the color theme I was going with. No like crazy lights and weird stuff like that, just like one nice light, very small, very sleek. One thing I forgot to show in the video because my camera battery died, if you're gonna screw anything through to anything, make sure there's nothing behind it. I learned this lesson the hard way when I was mounting a seat in my friend Elliot's car one time. He just gave me an idea of where he wanted me to put it. I drilled straight through a fuel line. Terrible mess. Ever since then I've always checked when I drill through anything in a car, even if you're like 100% sure nothing's there, always check. So before I mounted this, I checked and the gas tank is like right against this. So what I had to do was I took 2 pieces of pallet wood, like they're like 1x4s, painted them to treat them a little bit just so I don't have to worry about any like weathering, Gorilla glued them to the metal back here, put the carpet down, and then screwed through the carpet into the wood and made sure the screws weren't going to be long enough to go punch through the metal there. So always double check that when you're mounting anything in your car. As far as the rest of the MVX stuff goes, the speakers are really nice quality. I can literally have this thing at full volume, like ear piercing, and there's no crackling, there's no hiccups, there's no nothing. It's like super solid all the way through, which I really don't know how I could get any better than that. It's very crisp. Super happy with those. So that pretty much wraps up the audio install. Huge shout out to Sonic Electronics. Huge shout out to Nate, the CEO of Sonic Electronics, for making this happen. Like I said, I've been buying stuff from them since I was 17, so it's really cool that it came full circle and we were able to like work together on this project to do the audio system in the vet, which I'm super stoked with. I'll put a link to all the different products I use below. If you have a C5, this is literally everything you need. If not, you know, you might need different speaker sizes or whatever. But even stuff like the amp, like I think Fed even wants to buy one of those amps because it's a really affordable amp that is really nice, having like 1 good sub channel and then 4, you know, component speaker channels. And it's small. Fed likes the fact that it's small because it is really small for what it is. Most amps like that are much larger, and like I said, I like the way it looks. So I'll put all the link to that below. Discount code will be below. It's just Taylor Ray. So if you guys buy anything on the site, you can get a discount. And that's that. So we're gonna go ahead and close this video out now, like we normally do.